Hi, welcome back to my channel. So what is the Invisalign diet? No, the Invisalign company does not have a specific diet that it advocates, but there is this thing called the Invisalign diet that you by default end up doing when you are on Invisalign. And it basically means that because you cannot be eating all the time and snacking, I mean, you could, but because you don't want to be constantly brushing your teeth and taking out your trays and putting them back in, most people just reduce their eating simply because of that. And in doing that, they end up losing pounds. So that is what we call the Invisalign diet. Now, what are the benefits of the Invisalign diet? Where the obvious ones, because you're not constantly eating, you are reducing the amount of calories that you're taking on every day. Also, because while you're wearing your trays, you can only drink water. It also reduces your consumption of sugary drinks, sodas, coffee, those kinds of things that could possibly stain your trays. So you stay away from them, and it's just beneficial for you. Now, I am not a fan of the scale. I think the scale gives you incomplete information. And so I try to stay away from the scale. So I haven't really weighed myself, but I'm pretty sure that I have lost at least 10 pounds since I started my Invisalign journey about 3.5 months ago now. So that is something that I have noticed just in my physical appearance, in the way my clothes fit. I'm very happy about that. I haven't even started working out yet. Working out is something that I definitely want to implement into my day-to-day life. But like I explained in other videos, because here in California, we are still required to wear a mask while inside the gym, I just don't think it is feasible or helpful for the workout to be wearing a mask while I am exercising. And like I said in the other video, I do respect the mask mandates. They're very helpful, and if you're paying attention, they are working. So I will respectfully wait until the numbers of cases go down so that I can confidently go into the gym and do my exercise, my working out without having to wear a mask. One of the things that have also helped accelerate my fitness journey is the fact that in addition to the Invisalign diet, I have also been doing something that is called intermittent fasting. And for those of you who are not familiar with that, to keep it as simple as possible, the way I practice it is I don't eat breakfast. I eat lunch, I have dinner, and I make sure that I finish eating by 7 p.m. every evening. Sometimes I go over a little bit. I'm not very strict with it. I don't obsess about that. But I don't eat for the rest of the night or in the morning the following day until lunchtime, which for me is around 11:30, sometimes 12 midday. And I have been doing that even before I started my Invisalign journey. And I find that it's very easy to do because I'm very seldom hungry in the mornings. Very rare I'll wake up and I'm hungry. Even if I stop eating as early as 7 o'clock, when I wake up the next morning, I'm really not that hungry. And so it's easy for me to wait until lunchtime. Now, by the time 10 o'clock, 10:30 starts coming around, I start to feel a little famished, which is good. It is really good for me to be able to identify those hunger cues. And that is one of the benefits of fasting. In addition to the intermittent fasting that I have been doing, I have plans to incorporate even more fasting, and that is to include one full day of fasting into my intermittent fasting schedule, which would mean if, for example, Mondays are the days that I choose, most likely it'll be Monday, the days that I choose to do a full fast, what will happen is I will finish eating at 7 p.m. on Sunday night. Then all day Monday, I will not eat anything, and I won't have a meal until Tuesday lunchtime. I can imagine that it's going to be very hard to do, but it's something that I really want to get around to incorporating into my diet and fitness routine. Why is that? I have been reading a lot about fasting lately, and there seems to be a lot of benefits to fasting. It controls your blood sugar because you're not constantly eating. You are not constantly having to process sugar in the blood, which if you do excessive amounts of doing that, you can develop insulin resistance, which can bring about type 2 diabetes, which we all know is a scourge and is kind of an epidemic at this point. Studies also show that it reduces inflammation in the body, and that is so key because we have found through studies that most diseases start with an inflamed body. So if fasting reduces inflammation in the body, consider that another plus. Another thing that they have found in studies is that fasting also improves brain function. And as a matter of fact, they have found that if you intermittent fast for 11 months straight, when you do cognitive tests, compare the results to the cognitive tests you did at the beginning of your intermittent fasting journey, the results are very improved after 11 months of continually doing intermittent fasting. Studies also show that by fasting, you produce more growth hormone, and growth hormone can increase your metabolism and your muscle function. So that is very good. Now, whichever form of the Invisalign diet that you take on, whether it's just the regular, don't snack, just eat a couple meals a day and reduce the amount of sugary drinks you have, or you include the intermittent fasting that I have incorporated, whichever method that you use, you need to be prepared to understand that this is not going to be easy. This is not going to be a journey that it's going to be fun and exciting. No. If you have the habit of constantly eating or using food as a crutch or using food as something as a pick-me-up in the middle of the day, you just have to understand that this is not going to be easy. And once you understand that, it will be the first step in making it a little easier. When you're hungry, you feel a certain type of anxiety. And one of the things that I have studied in terms of fasting, and I'm going to do another video where I go into the benefits of fasting because I think this is something that could benefit a lot of people in this Invisalign journey, is that the stress of hunger is very beneficial to your cellular health. The cells in your body are constantly repairing themselves. They are constantly producing and reproducing more of the parts of the cell that it needs to continue to thrive. And in doing that, the cells are letting off a lot of waste. And the more of that waste that stays stuck inside the cell, the sicker you're going to be, the older you're going to look, the less healthy overall that you're going to be. And the stress that comes from being hungry actually opens up the walls of the cells to get rid of all the waste that is accumulating inside of the cells. So the more you experience the hunger, the more of that waste you get rid of in your body. And that can be something that is very beneficial to your health, to your youthfulness, to your concentration, and to your overall cellular repair. So that is something that you need to embrace. Embrace the stress of being hungry. It doesn't sound like very exciting, but trust me, it gets easier the more you do it. Take advantage of your Invisalign journey to really create a healthier life for yourself. This is an opportunity. Every time we hit a wall, anytime we come across something that is really difficult, it is an opportunity for us to embrace change and to use that change to benefit our lives. Maybe you're somebody who has been meaning to go into a fitness journey, into losing weight, into reducing the amount of calories, the amount of junk food and processed food that you eat. Take your Invisalign journey as the opportunity to do that. Now you have the biggest excuse. You can't be eating all day because you have to keep the trays inside your mouth. By the way, a little update, a really sad update. Look at this. So, quick update. This is my retainer box that I told you I purchased about 2 months and about 10 days ago. Yeah, it broke. It didn't fall. I pressed the button and I opened it and it just kind of cracked open. I don't know. So yes, that's that. Yes, my case broke, and I really liked it. So right now I'm back to using the round one that I told you that I replaced. I'm actually thinking about getting another one of the tray that broke. And I know that it's flimsy and it's kind of cheap materials, but it's cheap and it just works so well for my trays. Anyway, that was a little sidebar. As I was saying, because you have these Invisalign trays that you have to keep in your mouth for as long as possible, and you want to take them out as little as possible, you have the perfect excuse to not stuff your face all day long. Trust me, I am preaching to myself when I say this, because I was one of those people that I wouldn't sit down and have huge meals, but I would definitely, snack here and there whenever I'm feeling like a little low in energy, or I'm feeling bored, or I'm feeling stressed, or I'm a little sad, or I'm a little happy. I always reach out for something sweet, to kind of carry me through. And now that I can't do that, it has been hard. It was very hard in the beginning, but as time goes on, I feel better. I just feel like I don't know, I sleep better at night. And that's another benefit that you can take advantage of. When you stop eating at a certain hour, you don't want to stay up too late, because the longer you stay up, the hungrier you will get, and you might be tempted to go ahead and break your fast and go ahead and eat right away. But trust me, if you go to bed a little earlier, it will definitely help to curb those cravings. And also, when I'm eating my meals, I eat 2 meals, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I eat 2 meals a day. I have my lunch, which is usually a substantial salad with some protein, and I even give myself permission to have a little dessert if I want to, which I don't want to do all the time. And I have a healthy drink. When I eat that in the afternoon, that fills me up for the next 4 hours. I don't eat again until I get home, which is around 6. And by then I am ravenous again. And then I have something to eat. I usually don't have a big meal in the evenings. I have something lighter, and I drink some either a nice healthy juice, or I'll have some tea, and that will be enough for me for the whole day. Just 2 meals, no snacking in between, only drinking water, because all you can drink when you have your trays is water. So again, that will stop you from having those sugary drinks, those sodas, that coffee, that stuff that you really used to mess you up. You can lay those aside and just focus on drinking water. And also, you realize when you drink a lot of water, you realize that a lot of times when you were feeling hungry, or like you wanted to have a snack in the middle of the day, you were just thirsty. So these are things that you learn. You learn the rhythms of your own body. You learn to identify real hunger. When you're really hungry, you know you are hungry. You can really get to the point where you identify that feeling of hunger. And it is amazing when you eat, when you're really hungry. Because what do they say? Hunger is the best gravy. And that is so true. The salad that I eat here at the office every day, it's not a very tasty salad. It's the Trader Joe's super spinach salad. I don't know if you're familiar with it. The dressing is just like I think it's a ginger, carrot, turmeric dressing that is not very tasty at all. But I guarantee you, when you are hungry, you will eat anything. So take advantage of those moments to only feed your body healthy foods. Because at that point, when you're that hungry, you're more receptive to eating whatever it is you have in front of you. And if you only eat healthy foods that are good for you, that are filling to your stomach, you will ride that mid-afternoon wave without having to reach out for something, because you're energized. And if you feel like you're a little down, drink some water, some cool water. It really, really helps. And like I said, I have seen the benefits. I feel the benefits. I sleep better at night. I wake up refreshed. It's just been quite the journey. I don't do any exercises, like I said, in the gym, but I do walk sometimes in the afternoons. I don't do a lot of walking. I wish I was more consistent, but here in Southern California in the summers are really, really hot. And so sometimes to go out and walk in the sun when it's hot, even at 6 in the afternoon, it's too much. I look forward to the cooling of the season. I am one of those people that loves fall. I really love when the sun sets earlier. Most people prefer when the sun sets late and the sun is out until almost 9. I don't like that. I really don't. I really like my early sunsets. I like cool, dark weather. I'm a weirdo, yes. And so I look forward to the cooling down of the weather so that I can do more walking. I like to walk around my neighborhood. There are lots of hills, so there's a lot of resistance, and it's a nice, safe neighborhood. I don't have any worries when I go out at night. I have my little flashlight that I carry around my neck, and I have my reflective vest. And so, yeah, to long nights, to dark evenings, I can't wait. So yes, whatever it is, whatever form of fitness that you want to incorporate and put it together with your Invisalign diet, do it now. This is your time. This is the best time for you to adopt healthy habits that are going to carry you through even after you are done with your Invisalign journey. One of the things that I'm going to carry with me even after I'm done with my Invisalign journey is that I'm going to continue the practice of brushing my teeth after every meal that I eat. Now, obviously, if I'm eating out, when I do that today, the inconvenience of having to brush your teeth in a public bathroom, I hate it. Or even right here at the office, I just don't like brushing my teeth somewhere outside of my home. So if I'm in a position where I can spend more time working from home, then I would definitely continue that, because not only is it good for your teeth and your oral health, but it also curbs your appetite. It's something that I really discovered. Once your teeth are freshly brushed, even if you're a little hungry or you want something sweet, you're thinking like, yeah, but I just brushed my teeth. I don't want to do that again. So just think of all the little things that you can do to incorporate more health practices into your life now that you're in this Invisalign journey. And I guarantee you, once your life is changed, you will continue these practices even after you finish with your Invisalign journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give a like if you liked it. Tell me what you think about the video. If you disagree, leave a dislike. I take all kinds of engagement. I receive it all, and I'm thankful for all of it. And if you would like to see me talk about this more, let me know, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I will see you next time.